New blue and black bin recycling rules coming to the capital in the new year. The city shifts responsibility to an outside source, but says the public should be pleased to know that more things can go in the bin than before. Good afternoon. This is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan Keys. New year, new recycling rules for Ottawa residents. The city is outsourcing the pickup to a private company, part of a province-wide change, and the list of things you can toss in the blue and black bins is about to grow. CTV's Caitlin Wilson is here with everything you need to know. Caitlin.
Yes, Stefan, it means people across the province will now be able to recycle the same materials no matter where they live. The biggest shift is who's in charge. For decades, the City of Ottawa has collected your blue and black bins, but starting January 1st, a new service provider, Circular Materials, will take that on. It's a province-wide shift meant to standardize recycling, putting both the cost and responsibility onto producers. Under the program, residents will be able to recycle more, including flexible plastic packaging like plastic bags, chip bags, and bubble wrap, foam packaging such as meat trays, takeout containers and cups, and tubes such as toothpaste, deodorant, and hand cream.
They believe with this approach where the cost is put on the producer that it will encourage more diversion. There's also going to be a greater variety of goods. You know, you can now put your toothpaste in, your deodorant in, black plastic containers. So by putting the cost on the producer, it's hoped that, you know, they'll think about what materials that they're packaging things with so that we don't see so much going towards our landfills.
And while your bins stay the same and your pickup date won't change, if your recycling is missed, you won't be calling the city anymore. Those complaints will go directly to the contractor, Miller Waste. And a lot of people may be surprised to find out that right now you're not allowed to recycle beer, wine, and liquor bottles. Circular Materials says those rules are staying the same and should be returned for a refund through the Ontario Deposit Return Program. Stefan?
All right, thank you for this update. CTV's Caitlin Wilson reporting for us. Thank you. Get ready for another big blast of snowy winter weather. A sizable system is heading our way, with Environment Canada issuing a snowfall warning for Ottawa and Eastern Ontario. The city says it's ready for whatever is coming starting tonight.
So once we start getting the snow and we're putting our resources out, we will be deploying everything that we have. So we're going to be looking at over 500 pieces of equipment. That's city staff, contracted staff, and we're really going to be focused on our priority road network and our sidewalks, as well as the winter cycling network.
Environment Canada is calling for 15 to 20 centimeters of snow by Wednesday night. The city says this is a lot of snow for so early in the season, but every piece of equipment is good to go for roads, sidewalks, and pathways. We'll have to wait to see how it impacts flights at the airport, but aside from a snowstorm, there's a labor dispute looming over Air Transat travelers. With no agreement in place, the airline says it's going ahead with the cancellation of a second wave of flights today as the clock ticks down to tomorrow morning's strike deadline. Passengers are scrambling to find out if they need to make other plans, leading to a lot of frustration. The union, representing 750 pilots with Air Transat, issued a strike notice over the weekend. That means the pilots could be off the job by tomorrow morning if there's no deal. The airline says they are still at the negotiating table and have put forth an improved offer with, quote, significant concessions. They say they hope to reach an agreement today to minimize further disruptions. Also, more reaction today after news broke that the Ottawa Senators have hired a Toronto-based lobbying firm to speak with the federal and provincial governments about a new arena at LeBreton Flats. CTV's Austin Lee is following this for us today. He joins us now with more. Austin.
Well, Stefan, Ottawa Senators owner Michael Andlauer said in an interview just last night with Rogers Sportsnet that there have been no discussions about injecting tax dollars into a new arena. However, the Public Lobbyist Registry shows the firm Strategy Corp is talking to the federal and provincial governments on behalf of the Sens about a range of issues, including taxation and finances. Now, one economist tells me if tax dollars do end up being part of the deal to get the project to the finish line, there likely wouldn't be much in the way of a return on investment for taxpayers. Rather, it would be more of an exercise in civic pride. Either way, just the thought of pitching in financially has sparked a wide range of reactions from taxpayers.
What's wrong with the building in Canada? There's right on the highway, tons of parking. Right downtown here, there's just not enough infrastructure for that to happen here.
We ante up for everything in this city, so why not for something that's people are going to love it when it's all done? So yes.
Now, it is worth noting Sens leadership has maintained it does not expect Ottawa taxpayers to foot the bill for the new arena, but when asked directly about whether this lobbying firm, Strategy Corp, will be directly asking for financing and trying to get financial help for the new arena deal, the team did not directly respond to our question. Sifan.
All right, CTV's Austin Lee reporting for us. Thank you, Austin. New to the capital, snowy views, cozy vibes, and tasty meals are being served up in gondolas along the Ottawa River. The Grand Pizzeria at Westboro Beach along the kitschy Zippy McCann Parkway has swapped its summer patio for 5 authentic Swiss Alps gondolas. Up to 4 customers can be seated inside and dine while enjoying scenic views of the Ottawa River. Patrons can enjoy the restaurant's full menu while keeping warm in the heated gondolas that is said to come with rustic charm.
It's been so nice. It's inviting. It's nice to have babies here.
Very cozy. The lights are gorgeous. The view is nice.
It's a great way to spend a nice cold day because it's nice and toasty in here.
We wanted to give people the reason to come out to the beach, you know, still enjoy the beautiful view, the beautiful sunset, and, you know, the winter experience.
The 5 gondolas are open for lunch and dinner service and have been a popular attraction. Book online to reserve a spot. The cost is $20 per person for lunch and $25 for dinner. Coming up on CTV News at 5, lobbying the upper levels of government for help with the new arena, the conversation captivating CFRA listeners. Christy Cameron joins us next. And our Jackie Perez is out live at the Canadian Tire Centre for us tonight. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Stefan. Yes, take a look around me right now. In less than an hour, this phone bank will be coming to life. That's right. It is for the Sens Ignite Hope Telethon. And tonight we're shining a light on stories of resilience, care, and community impact. But of course, what's big on topic here for tonight is the weather. We are bracing for significant snowfall to move through beginning later this evening, including freezing drizzle for parts of the region. Now, this has prompted a snowfall warning for eastern Ontario. Yes, by the end of Wednesday night, we could see up to 20 centimeters of snow. Plan accordingly because it could also reduce visibility out on the roads. Overnight, though, temperatures a lot more milder than yesterday, -7, with the risk of freezing drizzle. We'll have details and more in just a bit. But for now, we'll take it back to you in studio.
Thank you, Jackie. Here's what you need to know. Take in the excitement of a professional lacrosse game this Friday night when the Ottawa Black Bears take on the Saskatchewan Rush. It's a home game for the Black Bears at the Canadian Tire Centre. Game time is 7:30 p.m. A live check on traffic right now. Heavy slowdowns to report in the westbound lanes of the Queensway between Nicholas and Woodruff. About a 30-minute delay there. There are also heavy backups at Moody. Eastbound, major delays between Riverside and Walkley, 30 minutes. Some lane reductions are the cause of this. There's also some construction work happening at Walkley this morning, but it was to wrap up earlier. The Bell Media building is lit up bigger and brighter this year thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. Taking a closer look now with the push for Ottawa's new NHL arena at Le Breton Flats, the Senators are lobbying the federal and provincial governments for help with the mega project, but some say if it means taxpayer dollars, they're not for it. Today's radio question of the day is asking, do you think the federal and provincial government should help pay for the arena?
I don't think any government at any level should be putting money into a hockey arena. Sure, maybe they should give some tax breaks if the area around the new arena is going to be developed for multiple use, but I wouldn't give them a red cent otherwise. They can make enough money.
Christy Cameron is here with more. Christy, what else are people telling you?
Pretty mixed reaction on the show today. A lot of excitement about an arena west of downtown Ottawa, but mixed opinion on whether or not there should be any public money involved. Look, I understand we've heard, various things from the team. Right. We've heard from Michael Andlauer that they're simply engaging various levels of government because that's what lobbyists do. Mm-hmm. They make these levels of government aware of the business case and the finances of what's going on. But come on, let's get real. The job of a lobbyist is to sit down behind the scenes and to see if there is any money available. And that may not be actually like one of those ridiculous big comedic government checks saying here's a bunch of money directly from the taxpayer to the arena. It may be more financial, fancy footwork, like, you know, the land that's available, a tax break, things like that. That's the job of a lobbyist. Of course they're going to be doing that. It makes sense.
Yeah, or just to get them on board so that they're not blocked by anything. Or maybe it's about, hey, we'll build the arena, but can you build everything else around us?
Pretty
you never
much.
know.
Well, it's supposed to be a destination. I mean, you know, one of the big things that I think about, and I know this is not our focus, but it's always mine, is how are we going to move people to and from the site? Think about Blues Fest. Think about any other big festivals in downtown Ottawa. We need to have a working transit system. So I think I'm just going to put my 2 cents in there. That needs to be a huge part of the conversation. You know what the Canadian Tire Centre parking lot looks like.
Oh, yes.
After a game.
Traffic jams.
Right.
Thank you, Christy. You can join the conversation, leave a comment through the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen live to Christy Cameron on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 2 to 6. Well, the Ottawa Senators' annual Ignite Hope Telethon is on now, shining a light on stories of resilience, care, and community impact in our city. It's an important fundraising initiative for the Sens Community Foundation, raising funds in support of local youth and children in the Ottawa-Gatineau region. Let's go back now to CTV's Jackie Pears, who is live at the Canadian Tire Centre for us. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Stefan. Yes, setup is underway, and in less than an hour, this phone bank will be filled with volunteers taking your calls. But I want to bring in Jacqueline Belcito. You are the president of the Sens Community Foundation. How excited are you for tonight?
Oh, this is one of the most special nights of the year where we invite fans to come and make a difference for children and youth in the community.
Just talk to me about, there's a lot of ways to give back, to donate, but you can also go home with a wonderful little prize. Who do we have here?
So this is a very special edition Brickley Bear, but you'll notice tonight is Ignite the Red at the Sens. So this is our 3rd jersey, and so this is Ignite Hope, and so this you can only get it in the arena, and you've got to get it early. So before you hit your seats, it's $20, and all the proceeds go to Children's Miracle Network, which is CHIO in our neighborhood.
And very quickly, we just want to talk about, we're going to be hearing a lot of stories tonight. This is going to continue into the hockey broadcast as well, but there are several organizations here locally that we are supporting tonight.
Yes, Capital City Condors, their opportunity. We've got Roger Nilsson Children's Hospice and the Royal.
Thank you so much for taking the time. You have a blast today. Do you have any tips for when we are on that phone call?
Oh, yes. So this is that you've got to call. You're answering the phones.
Yes, I promise.
Yeah, and so I think you want to call early, call often, and Jackie, have some fun on the phones.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And we are going to take it back to you, Stefan. I think I got to pick up one of these bears before the game starts.
Yeah, pick up 2. Pick up one for me too, Jackie. Thank you.
This was the centerpiece of the repatriation effort.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, the Vatican returns dozens of items and artifacts taken from Canada's Indigenous peoples. We'll have the details. A live check on traffic right now. We're hearing of a collision in the eastbound lanes of the Queensway at Lees Avenue. It has the left shoulder and 2 left lanes closed, so expect major backups along that stretch. Also slow going in both directions at Parkdale. You're watching CTV News at 5.
'Tis the season to lend a helping hand, Ottawa.
Join us for the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive on Friday, December 12th. We're teaming up with the Ottawa Food Bank to help our neighbors this holiday season.
Drop off your non-perishable food items at 87 George Street or make a monetary donation, allowing the Ottawa Food Bank to buy what's needed most when it's needed. CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive, December 12th, proudly sponsored by Doyle Saluski.
Coming up later tonight after the news, E-Talk starts at 7, The Big Bang Theory at 7:30, MasterChef Canada at 8, then Traders Canada at 9, Weakest Link at 10. Now for another check on the weather forecast, Jackie is live tonight at the Canadian Tire Centre. Jackie.
Well, Stefan, we're glad we're indoors, but I know that people are concerned about the commute getting here in time for puck drop. We are anticipating some snow to move through, but it's going to be much lighter compared to what we're going to see tomorrow. Between the overnight hours, we might see between 2 to 4 centimeters of snow. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam showcasing Elgin Street, where the lights across Canada are bringing a dazzling display of bright holiday lights here in the city. Now, taking a look now, we might not see much snow here, at least in downtown Ottawa, but we are going to be getting more for tomorrow. We are bracing for a significant snowfall to move through beginning later this evening. They could include a freezing drizzle for parts of the region, but we do have a snowfall warning for eastern Ontario. So this gives you an idea of the conditions moving through. We will likely see heavier snow moving through closer to the lunch hour. And you can see by Kingston and Brockville that it'll be more so rain and freezing rain as opposed to the snow. But we are anticipating most of the region getting between 15 and 20 centimeters of snow when all is said and done. So here are the conditions that we are going to look at. -7 to start things off for tomorrow. Getting to a daytime high about -3. The snow really carrying us through Wednesday evening. And then our friends in the valley, -6 for the overnight. Snow for tomorrow, daytime high -3. And when we look to our friends in the valley, temperatures hovering around the freezing mark and a daytime high of 1 degree. So some parts we'll see above the freezing mark. So here's a look at the next 5 days. We can see -2 the daytime high for Wednesday, -7 for Thursday. The chance of flurries still lingering from Wednesday's snowfall. And Friday, we will get a little bit of a break with a mix of sun and cloud. Daytime high -6, but then temperatures are going to start dropping for that overnight, double digits. So we've got Saturday -5, -12 for the overnight. That will take us well into Sunday. So very shortly, the Sens Ignite Hope Telethon will be underway. There's going to be lots of packed action coming here as well, and we will be sticking around for all the fun, and we hope you could join us as well. Stefan.
Let's get those phones ringing. Thank you, Jackie. Here's a look at the stories you're checking out right now on ctvnewsottawa.ca. As we head over to the big screen here, you notice if you go to our homepage on our website, the breaking news banner is up. That is the bright red right here. And we're learning that Canada's ambassador to the U.S., Ambassador Hillman, is set to resign. Very few details at this point, but we want you to keep checking our website as we find out more. She was first assigned to the role in March 2020 was the first woman to serve in that position. Again, from multiple sources, CTV News is learning that she is set to resign. We don't quite know why, but keep checking our website for more details. Coming up for us here on CTV News at 5. As more City of Ottawa employees get set to return to the office full-time, hybrid work requests will be considered case by case. Here's what else you need to know. Take on the seasonal sounds of Jingle Jazz this Saturday at the Labo Theatre on Waller Street. The performance includes live jazz and dazzling circus acts. Showtimes are 2 and 7 p.m. If you need gas tonight, one of today's cheapest gas prices can be found at the Ultramar station on Eagleson Road in Canada. Regular gas there tonight is going for 109.9 cents a liter. Another live check on traffic. Things go slowing in the westbound lanes at Bronson. Slow going in both lanes or in both directions around Parkdale this hour. We're hearing of 30-minute backups as you go through the downtown core, that central stretch of the Queensway. You're watching CTV News at 5.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Right now it is -11, feeling like -17 once you factor in that wind chill. Patricia Bull weather. Time now for a look ahead to CTV News at 6 with Patricia.
Thanks, Steph. Here's what we're working on for 6 o'clock.
By putting the cost on the producer, it's hoped that, they'll think about what materials that they're packaging things with so that we don't see so much going towards our landfills.
Starting next month, changes are coming to the black and blue bin recycling program across the province, including here in the capital. What you need to know about the new rules is the city says you will be able to recycle more items in 2026.
We're really going to be focused on our priority road network and our sidewalks, as well as the winter cycling network.
With 15 to 20 centimeters of snow headed our way, the city is set to deploy its equipment from snowplows to salt trucks to keep things moving smoothly as that snow builds up.
I've seen her stay an hour with someone crying. Just doesn't move, doesn't talk, no judgment.
Well, spending time in court can be stressful, but this isn't. A group of furry friends helping to ease anxiety for those who walk through the doors of the Ottawa courthouse. All of that and more is coming up tonight on CTV News at 6. That's right after the early edition of CTV National News with Sandy Ronaldo at 5:30. Steph.
Thank you, Patricia. Now the final 5 other stories we're following today. City of Ottawa managers are reviewing hybrid work requests from municipal employees on a case-by-case basis. This as the city gets set to welcome all employees back to the office full-time in the new year. As of January 1st, all city employees will be required to work in the office 5 days a week, but the city says there will be some flexibility. Ontario government employees will also have to return to the office full-time in January, and the Toronto Star is reporting that nearly 11,000 provincial public servants have requested to continue working from home. The Ontario government will fund hip and knee replacement surgeries at a private clinic in Ottawa over the next 2 years. It's part of a plan to reduce wait times and support more publicly funded orthopedic surgeries. A private group of surgeons has been performing orthopedic surgeries on weekends at the Ottawa Hospital's Riverside campus since 2023. The Ministry of Health says further details about where upcoming surgeries will happen will be shared in the near future.
The items that were taken from us or taken from our grave sites or taken forcibly, those are of concern and consideration to us.
An Inuit kayak has been repatriated to Canada after being held by the Vatican. The kayak is one of 62 items repatriated from the Vatican as a reconciliation effort between Canada's Indigenous people and the Catholic Church. The kayak was unveiled at the Canadian Museum of History today and will be kept there until it and the rest of the items are ready to be returned to its original communities.
I think it's fantastic. I've been waiting for it to open.
The city's Rink of Dreams is now open outside of Ottawa City Hall, one of several refrigerated ice surfaces now up and running for the season throughout the capital region. For many skaters, these rinks offer a reliable option when traditional outdoor ice is not ready. These rinks use cooling systems that keep the ice frozen even when temperatures hover just above the freezing mark. And Christmas lights are now brightening up the capital for the holiday season. Winter lights across Canada officially got underway last night. Around 300,000 lights are installed across the region at monuments like the National War Memorial, Confederation Park, the Supreme Court of Canada, and Jacques Cartier Park. The sites will be illuminated until January 9th. That is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan Keys. Be sure to join Patricia Bowl for CTV News at 6. The early edition of CTV National News starts right now.